Scrum team roles. Scrum simplifies projects down to only 3 roles. Remember, one of the benefits of this framework is keeping things simple. The 3 roles are the Scrum Master, the Product Owner, the Development Team. These 3 roles form the Scrum team. The Scrum Master. The Scrum Master's purpose is to understand the Scrum rules and practices, remove any impediments or blockers to the team delivering, and to help the team to understand how to self-organize and work in a Scrum manner. The Scrum Master facilitates for the Scrum team wherever it makes sense to do so. The Scrum Master is your go-to guy in terms of how the Scrum framework should operate, and this applies to anyone in the organization. The Scrum Master usually understands how to aid the product owner in maximizing return on investment from the business, and he helps the team to work together to be as productive as humanly possible and deliver a shippable increment of the product. The Product Owner. The product owner is responsible for creating requirements on behalf of the business. He prioritizes based on business needs and is responsible for managing the product backlog, which is the list of all the features that the business requires in the finished product. The product owner is responsible for making decisions that maximize return on investment and for making priority calls or trade-offs to maximize the product's value. The Development Team. The team are responsible for building a potentially shippable product increment in each sprint. Scrum is clear that there are only 3 roles in the Scrum team. It does not go into the specifics of all of the different possible knowledge experts within the development team because the idea is that if push came to shove, team members would collaborate to perform tasks outside of their role to deliver the product. The development team are self-organizing and collaborative, as well as skilled in whatever is needed to develop the project. For example, in a typical technical project, you might have developers, graphic designers, and user experience specialists working together in a sprint to create a product increment. One key difference between Scrum and many other frameworks is that the development team are explicitly experts in their field as opposed to controlled resources. They look to the Scrum Master for coaching, guidance, and the removal of impediments. They look to the product owner for clear requirements, prioritization, and trade-off calls. Development team size. One important fact that is often overlooked is the optimum size of the team. Scrum teams are usually small because it helps them to be more cohesive and communicate efficiently. The optimum size is 7 plus or minus 2, in other words, between 5 and 9. This is not a number that just materialized over a chat or in the local bar. It is based on experience of thought leaders who have been doing team-based work for years. From my experience, having tried and tested these team sizes, I can stand by them as numbers that create highly productive teams. However, as you know, there is no substitute for common sense in these cases.